Allora, come va qua? Vediamo metterci questo. Ok, siamo a posto. Scarletta la notizia che è morto uno. È morto il pilota della Hyundai di rally. Faceva delle prove, non mi ricordo se per i rally di corsi. Ha fatto un incidente bestiale ed è morto. Il copilota non si è fatto niente. Zero proprio. Ci sono rimasto e ho detto ma che fortuna. Che sfortuna, ma lui otto volte, credo sia 8 volte campione, vabbè, la Hyundai sta dominando i rally, quello sì, però dei favoriti che continuano a dominare è morto. Ciao Universe. Ho letto sera, ho detto faccio qualcosa io. No, pensavo che era un vecchio messaggio che mi ha già capitato. Ah, poveraccio. Ma ormai i rally non ci sono più le macchine sportive, ormai ci sono le utilità. Però dispiace lo stesso. È morto così quello della Hyundai. Io volevo andare a vedere domenica scorsa a Monza da 6 ore, c'è anche la Ferrari, c'era la Ferrari 499. Non sono andato perché non sono riuscito, volevo andare con un mio amico, poi il mio amico mi ha detto no vabbè guarda, io purtroppo devo fare altre cose, non siamo riusciti per niente. Al posto Universe. E vorrei andare a vedermi nella realtà la Ferrari 499P. Ovviamente siamo qui che parliamo, che andiamo verso il bosco, il recap. Stamattina ho giocato al computer, non ho usato il telefono, ho fatto le missioni, bla bla bla, le solite missioni che dobbiamo fare. Ho notato che sono quasi arrivato alla cosa per far scendere Gangling e Bennett, allora io mi metto adesso lì a scendere Gangling e Bennett. Quindi oggi ci mettiamo a fare un po' questo e poi vediamo. Tanto Shangling e Bennett me li porto io all'80. Poi Mona se cosa non so. Mona non ci voglio. No, Mona è fantastica, l'unica cosa, no. Mona è una cosa di scherzo.
Let me scribe. Absorption test.
Perché devi prenderti tutti quei funghi di monster e ce ne sono giusti, quindi devi cercarteli. Devi cercarti.
Delve into destiny. Absorption test. Yeah. Fate is upon you. You're toast.
Mona è abbastanza forte nel senso che molti c'è scritto, io pensavo all'inizio di
Enhanced Animal Module 75.
no,
Let me scribe.
da quanto ho capito molti la usano come sì, la usano. A parte che è forte perché l'abilità di camminare sull'acqua non è male.
This was not foretold. Adventure. Shadows of fate. Nice and spicy. Teamwork is dreamwork.
I funghi. Ma lo shambling tipo non è una rottura di scatole perché
Stand clear.
i peroncini li ritrovi dappertutto, non so che
Right hand into the fire. Shadows of fate.
Sinceramente volevo provare anche Potion. Ho sentito questa combo essere buona.
Stand clear. Boba, get
Nel
them.
senso che posso giocare il grosso sinceramente.
Animal test 6308. Yeah. Absorption test.
Cose overpower, però mi piacerebbe avere il personaggio che mi piacerebbe.
Nice and spicy. That really hurt. I'm going in. This was not foretold.
Ancora. Fammi attivare. Tanto sei morto. Non occorre resistenza. Burn not my way. Oh, in teoria potremmo anche usare tutta della resina che ci dà. Questi qua ne avevo già 30. Solo che se voglio farmi un altro personaggio sinceramente devo stare fuori a non esagerare. Però penso che loro li faccio scendere, poi l'unica differenza che faccio perché di solito li lascio a scendere, però li lascio a livello 70 e basta. Questa volta invece li metto a livello 71. Perché ho notato che molti personaggi che provi rifanno l'ascensione e poi li mettono un livello in più. E ho detto, ci ho pensato un po', ho detto, probabilmente c'è un motivo, magari non so, in qualche modo magari aiuta, certo se un livello in più fa anche. Penso che le statistiche aumentano anche, appunto. Non è che ci vuole una grande scienza. Non so perché tutti i personaggi che ti mettono per provare c'hanno sempre. Se tu sei al 60 tipo. Cioè, se tu sei al 60 loro sono al 61. Se tu sei al 50 loro sono al 51. Se tu sei invece. È la stessa cosa anche al contrario, se tu sei al 70 magari ti fanno provare un 80. Fanno un po' così. Adesso mi piacerebbe sinceramente provare a mettermi un altro personaggio anche ghiaccio. Quello sì, ho diverse opzioni che sto pensando. Perché odio il boss dell'acqua. quello idropus, come cavolo si chiama? Quello lì che dice Shadow of Water. La odio con tutto il cuore. Una rottura di scatole quella lì. E sinceramente se mi ricordo bene che ho letto bene su internet, beh, ovviamente se c'è il fuoco è buono anche avere vaporizzazione, però la vaporizzazione aumenta semplicemente il danno. Sembra che se invece hai un personaggio che c'ha il ghiaccio fa
Let me scry.
anche altro.
Animal test 6308. Yeah.
Sì, oceani, come si chiama? È odiosa.
Shadows of fate.
Più che altro che devi aspettare, a me non piace.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Cioè, sembra una cosa stupida che dicevo, vabbè, in acqua. Buona. C'è qui, però sinceramente.
Everybody stand back. Delve into destiny.
C'è ancora
Absorption test.
i cubi lì sotto
Yeah.
quelli che sopporto già
Nice
un
and
po' di
spicy.
più.
You're toast.
È una questione
Shadows of
se
fate.
non hai l'abilità pronta ti cavoli.
destiny cannot be denied. Boba, get them!
Attaccare quelli. Solo attenzione al danno.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Animal test 6308. Yeah, stand clear.
A me mi piacciono questi reggi di razzo.
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis. Let's light it up. Nice and spicy. Yeah.
Ma no.
Animal test 6308. Yeah.
Poi esplodono. E dopo che esplodono
Shoot! I can't afford any more back. Stand clear. I'm going in. Don't break my glasses. I should sleep on it. Why do they never miss? Yeah.
Devo rianimare uno.
Nice and spicy. Everybody stand back. Boba, get them.
Forse bene. Ma ho visto una build di un ragazzo che ha messo appunto Barbara nel suo team e lui diceva che anche lui faceva bene.
Let's light it up. I'm going in. Adventure time. Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Questi del ghiaccio ci saranno, gli altri non mi piacciono. Che ghiaccio, scusa. Questi che assomigliano, c'è anche la versione ghiaccio, eccetera, ci stanno. Questo l'avevo provato con te, ma non ho mai provato il mio livello a fare. Poi continuiamo con Inazuma. Che voglio fare quello. Perché l'ho notato, ero prima lì che giocavo e dicevo, sì, ho già 25 di quei cose lì, cosa me ne faccio? Allora lì. Poi che Dio la mandi buona. Se ci dà. Mi dispiace che non c'ho personaggi ancora, non ho nessun personaggio dentro, tranne tra virgolette come si chiama? Il viaggiatore lo chiamo sto gioco. Pari legacy per noi. Tranne lui ovviamente però non l'avevo messo sopra il coso. Mi piacerebbe fare il team che ho già visto altri ragazzi giocare, ci dentro più dentro. Molte persone vengono
Absorption test.
con quel team lì e io sono tipo
Animal test 6308.
Aspetta, arrivo subito. Scusate, ma no, proprio mi hanno chiamato per lavorare. Fare Abyss fino al 4 ti dà un... Ah, ah già, sì, c'è Ah sì, c'è scusa. Ah sì. Colette, mamma mia. No, no, Colette non è proprio uno dei miei personaggi preferiti. So com'è. No, no, ma io dicevo nel senso personaggi proprio tanti, nel senso
Enhanced Animal Module 75.
ti banne,
Let me scry.
prendevo nel ban, personaggi da
Absorption.
sto giocando talmente bene che me ne frega tantissimo.
Written in the stars. Stand clear. That's not right.
Fa attenzione che non mi ammazza.
Delve into. Adventure time. Off we go. I'm going in. Let me scry. Absorption test. Eat this. Stand clear. Delve into destiny. Animal hypostasis and fate is upon you. Let's light it up. Yeah. Teamwork is dreamwork. Shadows of fate.
Sì, c'ho...
Nice and spicy.
ce l'ho. Uffa. Con lei.
Delve into destiny. Absorption test. Yeah.
Sto giocando un po'.
Let me scry.
La Luigi mi fa. Erano quasi. Continuerò ancora queste cose da fare.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Ne ho 31 addirittura. E due c'erano. Mio amore è cosa di oggi? Ah, l'ho già finito. Dovevo averne tipo ancora 40. Voilà. Adesso devo poi assentarmi di nuovo perché non so cosa sta succedendo, ma ho avuto una chiamata al telefono, ma non ci ho capito tantissimo. Non perché sono imbandito, ma perché nessuno dei due sapeva cosa fare. Quindi mi sa che devo aspettare ancora. E se mi vedete partire sapete il motivo. Ricevuto. Ah, tra l'altro qua ci riscatta tutto, l'altra volta non l'ho neanche visto. Boh, top credo che per far salire di livello loro andiamo abbastanza, no? Questi Cioè. Boh. Tanto questi piccoli non mi servono a niente. Però 6-12, quindi ne avanza uno. Wow, ok, che schifo. Ma davvero non è possibile. Per uno, seriamente. Aspetta un attimo. Aspetta un attimo. Tanto non ne ho 1000 di quei così. Aspetta. Devo andare di qua. E la città di dove siamo andati l'altra volta, quella di Inazuma, è un po' più stretta, ci sta. Guarda che belle texture. Guarda che belle texture. Ne ho 2500. Scusa. Sembrerò Zio Paperone, ma sinceramente ne abbiamo anche 5 Mosdat da prendere di quei così, che proprio non basta. Il problema è che non so se poi ritornano quei così che puoi comprare un'altra volta. Vabbè, ma c'è altre 3-4 isole, 3-4 posti con calma. Che se ne frega, sono io che sono abbastanza fissato. Intanto ci facciamo 2 decidi questi, regolamentare. Perché mi sembra che ce ne vogliono 6. 6, ma non sono sicuro. In uno l'abbiamo già ottenuto per pura fortuna. Fammi vedere.
Benny's Adventure Team,
Mamma mia, tutte
assemble!
queste risorse del cacchio. Wow, ci è voluto un po'. Vabbè, non
Or not.
qua devo ragionarci sopra. Lei cosa ha bisogno? Questi. Tanto lei la usiamo. E anche lui.
Benny's Adventure Team,
L'unica cosa che
assemble!
mi dispiace è che le risorse sono un po' così così. Allora, adesso noi la tiriamo. Allora, quello 71, come ho visto che fanno ogni personaggio. Dei pro. Così
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
siamo preparati. Così finalmente ci danno questo gratis. Questo è gratis.
Ow! Where did that come from?
Ci credo che sono già a livello 80. E poi lei ci vuole un pochettino perché ci vogliono questi pacchi di fiori. Siamo arrivati a un punto che vuole un po' di tempo. Allora, adesso andiamo nella serentiera e poi andiamo a...
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny.
Alla fine per il boss ho deciso che aspetti che c'è boss per Caio eccetera. E adesso vediamo. Però lo facciamo poi, penso. Ayaka non creia, scusate. Lo facciamo poi i boss per Ayaka. Non ho voglia di andare lì a cercare, eccetera. Cioè ho voglia perché sono un po' così. Ovviamente vedo qualcosa che mi serve.
Maybe you're not you.
Qualsiasi cosa, qualsiasi modo sono. Vabbè. Non c'ho tanta voglia di stare lì a piazzare, non piazzare sto giro. Andiamocene in azzurro.
If you ever have any.
Ah già.
Maybe you're.
Sarebbe tutto in un menu solo, fosse stato. Ci sta. Quindi.
If you ever have any.
Virtua di scatole che sei mona. Qua il boss, devi andare qua. Non ho una minima idea come ci si arriva. Cioè, sembra uno spazio. Per adesso mi interessa semplicemente andare a trovare Ayak. Penso che troveremo Ayak. Però dico la verità che non lo so. Nel senso che Toma è il guardiano di Ayaka e noi andiamo al suo palazzo e credo che troveremo Ayaka. Cioè, non mi sbaglio. Non è che ci vuole un genio del mare per capire. Era tutta una prova, semplicemente adesso siamo arrivati, ci dirà ah, sì. Avete fatto. You found it! Congratulations! In ogni caso. E sono poi secondarie, mi sembra quello lì del boss, ma poi fa. Tanto c'è. Continua, disse colui che continua a ripetere se stesso di farlo. Ai. E qua c'è anche Bennett, qua c'è anche Toma qua. Queste le ho già tutte sbloccate. Questa completare scabattere. Aspetta. Nostra navigazione. Salve. Voglio vedere cosa rende. Negozio di animale alimentare di Tsukumon. Mi fa compra. Pepe, sale, gamberetti, tofu, erba del piano. Persino delle giornate senza vento questa pianta trema leggermente tra le uova del tuono. Le parti che somigliano a petali sono infatti estensioni di foglie volte a proteggere il fuoco. Quindi questa è la cosa principale, poi c'è catering. Ecco, così è una cosa già così mi piace di più rispetto a... Lui è fantastica perché è messo tutto bene, comodo. Dove vorrei comprare un po'. Però mi piace molto appunto come Mosdat che è tutto in un angolo. Proprietario dell'importo della vacca. Vediamo solo il mail. Parliamo dei tuoi oggetti raccatti di Inazuma, questo è il posto giusto. Vediamo di qualità pregiata anche prezzi. Sono il nostro vulnerabile negozio che esiste da molti anni. Io sono la proprietaria di quarta generazione. Pensavo che avevo letto pochi anni. E come i miei antenati mi accontento delle eccellenze. Inoltre grazie alle speciali tecniche d'artigianato che ho Ho preso su me, sono certo di poter contribuire notevolmente alla nostra eredità. Ho studiato all'Accademia di Sumer in passato grazie alle tecniche d'artigianato segrete che ho imparato laggiù, sono riuscito a creare delle tinte uniche, semplicemente. Le tecniche per creare gli oggetti laccati sono estremamente affascinanti, il mio obiettivo è quello di sfruttare tutto ciò che ho imparato per diventare la migliore. Sono sicura che quando le mie abilità raggiungeranno la perfezione i miei oggetti laccati riveleranno la verità nascosta. Che bel posto. Dark ma non troppo. Ci sono i Shiba naturalmente. C'è un sacco di proprietari di cibo. Dottore errante è presente. Sarebbe bello fare una quest che trovi veramente la dottoressa.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Transformers!
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Ok.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Entra nella sala. Transformers! Oh, the misty noise! Sembra che...
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Pensavo che c'era al palazzo, Tom. Sono totalmente confuso.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Dove è andato Tom a quello che sembra?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Abbiamo visto un serpente.
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Ok. Che scemo.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Ms. Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
Coraggio di affrontare il fulmine.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
Più o meno sì.
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck...
Ti riferisci a Kazuo?
Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly.
Sarà permesso di incontrare Shiragi Megin.
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located.
Ok.
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Vabbè.
Oh? Where?
Che fate cagnoni?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Visita non so se faremo manetta missioni a Mosdad e a lui mi ero fermato, sembra. Non mi ricordo esattamente cosa ho combinato. Mi sono fermato. Non ho fatto a manetta tutte le quest. Mi sono fermato a metà del... Ah, guarda, c'è anche qua la città degli avventurieri. Li chiamano straniere e poi c'è la... dietro qua. Va. E la cosa strana è che sinceramente adesso mi aspetto è che ci danno un calcio. Ci starebbe tantissimo. Una specie di roba dark che... Però noi non abbiamo un tono di anime, quindi... non lo so. Sinceramente non lo so come andrà a finire. Non dono il tono della...
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
Noi non ce l'abbiamo la visione. Però riusciamo a usare i poteri.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Io lascio che l'ha messo il decreto di caccia.
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
Sì, ogni città ha il suo...
As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Hai notato.
The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Ogni cosa... Però la cosa bella è che... La cosa bella, a Mosdad e Uer erano tutti nascosti. Le divinità volevano vedere cosa combinavano gli umani, invece Raiden... non so come dirlo, pesta di brutto contro gli umani.
As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Già.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist.
Ah, questa qua gli piace... Questa qua gli piace... come si dice? Scemo io. Come cavolo... Cosa... Vuole... appunto vuole l'eternità, ma ce l'ha con gli altri... Perché... non gli piace il cambiamento. Ora, non gli piace il
Whatever
cambiamento.
the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
E che poi esce un potere.
And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
Fatto bene sta storia. Belli, i boss. Mi piacciono tantissimo.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Selfish?
outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Ah,
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
cos'è quel suono che ho appena sentito?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Non lo so. L'ho visto anch'io, ma non so cosa succede.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Devo sentire il suono delle ambizioni delle persone.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
C'è una visione simboleggia l'ambizione, no?
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Ok.
Finally!
Devo guardare il telefono perché non so se... Dammi un secondo. Lo lascio qua, scusate se lo sentite suonare, ma... Interessante, però. Si vede che noi abbiamo delle visioni. Secondo... non è che... tempo fa eravamo tipo degli esperimenti. No, insomma, è sempre un po' strano, no? Queste cose. Non sembra un po' strano anche a voi? Cioè, ogni volta che facciamo... siamo tipo come Link di Zelda, no? Avete notato? Non so se qua possiamo passare. Mi sembra un po' la storia di Zelda e di Link di Zelda. Poi non so. Se mi aspettavo una cosa più del tipo quando arriverai dovrai fuggire. Ma per adesso non è. A parte che forse il gioco, però cioè è quello che non capisco anche, il gioco molte volte ti dice che tu e i tuoi amici nell'avventura, no? È capitato molte volte, wow, che ti dice, ma anche per, diciamo per le esplorazioni, soprattutto ti dice guarda che mettiamo questo. È piccolo sto posto per adesso. Poi penso che più in là si aprirà un po' di più. Non so, cioè, nel senso che non capisco se viaggiamo da soli con Paimon o stiamo facendo un viaggio con i nostri alleati. Non capisco. Ci sono molte cose che non mi tornano, sinceramente. Nel senso che sono un po' strane. proprio giapponese sto posto. Dai, ma non è possibile. Ok. Vedi uno arrampicare così e dici, ma che cacchio sta a fare questo? C'è un sacco di ceste, un sacco di roba, dovremmo poi metterci a esplorare. Lo facciamo un po'. Il giro non so se è una buona idea, ma non voglio mettere i concini eccetera. Qua dovrebbe essere comunque la missione. Dobbiamo parlare con quei signori. Qui Samurai Jack. Come funziona? Per tutto giro non voglio mettere i commenti, nel senso che mi ha molto aiutato perché siamo a livello 9 delle statue entrambi in entrambi come cavolo si chiamano i regni di Lue e di Mondstadt. Però sto giro non c'ho tanta voglia di fermarmi e dire ok quello che tanto non è male come idea per carità, nessuno vieta di farmelo, solo che no. Tanto ci metteremo a esplorare. Oh che bel posto. Questi per esempio buono forte. Tanto poi ci mettiamo a esplorare. Non so quando non ci mettiamo. Ah, faccio. Ceste, eccetera, la apriamo. Però per adesso prendiamo quello che ci dà il gioco. È strano perché anche qua è meno. Sembra che su Mero l'hanno aggiunta dopo. Nel senso che molte cose non ci sono, vabbè le liane ovviamente non siamo. No. Non siamo nella giungla, ma mancano delle cose. E sembra che quelle cose le hanno aggiunte dopo. Vabbè. Andiamo. Non è che esplodi. Ah, era tipo quello che.
Delve into destiny.
Sono quelle cose lì che devi inseguire. No? Penso che devi inseguirle ma devi attaccare. Come funziona? Lo sento. A me non l'ho sentito. Forte però così il castello. Oh, siamo arrivati. Eccoci qua. Quindi qua erano stati tra virgolette quartier generale. Ah, adesso ho capito perché abbiamo qua le missioni. Perché noi siamo con questa casata qua. Tra virgolette. Nessuno ci ha. Nessuno ci ha. Cioè, non siamo proprio membri ufficiali. Capito? Bacche, anche qua c'è il bacche. Che Look out! Oh, come in there. Oh. Iwazuka? Sapere.
Let's see. What else do I have left to do today?
Non c'è neanche ceste né niente qua sopra. Stavo per sfacellare. Ah, è qua sotto.
Scry the sky.
Quanto teletrasporto locale. Non sta. Queste robe qua le prima. Non so se l'isola è piccola così, però ho visto dei screenshot, sembra proprio di essere. Non sono sicuro. Può darsi anche che non sparato. In effetti lui c'era la zombie, la serpente che parla. Boh. Proviamo facce nuove, siamo ancora con Toma. Anche mi dispiace Toma,
So,
voglio
this
sapere
is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Adesso è difficile superare vignetta prima luce, è difficile superare di notte. Beh, insomma, la dimora di Giada e la dimora di...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
Sarà fuori?
Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties.
Sebbene la commissione Yashiro serva la Shogun, è con la gente che dividiamo un legame più stretto, dato il contratto che siamo tenuti ad avere con loro nello svolgimento di loro.
A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate.
Okay.
Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
Sono qui per incontrare la Shogun.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
Dove devo andare?
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go!
Dove?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Alright. Il viaggiatore ascolta Yaka mentre racconta la storia.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the vision hunt degree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
Faremo come dici.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Che abbiamo fatto? Principessa dietro. Ok. Thirsting. Tanto lo schermo si illumina di immenso e si illumina anche di immenso che fa riflesso sui miei occhi, allora vedi illuminare di immenso la webcam. Vai di viaggio di Congo.
Scry the sky.
Che teletrasporto di doppia. Converrebbe prendersi questo. Non so se mi lascia andare. Però volentieri.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Diciamo che sembrerebbe che dopo che abbiamo fatto Monsdot il nostro con le rotte prendere questa strana conosciuta come sfera piuttosto comune esercitano potere diretto e i personaggi che esercitano potere diretto ricevono una benedizione. Ah, quindi la velocità che hai un personaggio elettrico. Quindi non è giusto. Non è giusto. Io non ce l'ho letto, allora quando poi ce l'avremo, ci sarà io. Perché devo raccogliere. Di sopra, ma uffa. Ma uffa. Bello che rimane fermo. Quanto può essere. Per fortuna che non si trasforma in una coda. Come gli altri. Una jack. Wow, sto posto non ha senso. Io che avevo detto era. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna try anyway after I did this. I can't do that. Che cavolo ci arrivo di sopra, scusa? Ah. Una scienza ci voleva. Allora si sbagliano anche questa cosa. inizierebbe quel almeno un lavanda cresce per terra. Non so. Presumo che ci servirà poi a fare qualcosa sta meno. È ancora più in alto sta roba. Portale poi. Non so se mai fatto quello che voglio fare. Però io mi arrampico, cioè per un collezionabile non. C'è da prendere una cosa, un teletrasporto, se... Oh. Mi prende un infarto, la musica è tranquilla, poi squilla il telefono a 300 milioni di decibel. Io sono... Fino a qua devo arrivare. Ah, c'erano altre scale qua, sono più un genio del mare. Ciao forse siete. Il genio del mare. Guarda qua. Wow, che bella questa. C'è di più quella della foresta. Dia un teletrasporto, signore. Tutti non capisco perché in questo gioco sono tutte signori. Non lo so, ogni volta che pagano qua. Che mistero. Attenti.
Scry the sky.
Ah, quindi puoi evocare l'elettrourano che ti aiutano. Dove sarebbe? Cosa dice ancora più in basso? Don't care. I love it. I don't care. Buttatevi pure giù, è qua sotto. Tanto si buttano giù e non muoiono. Che succede di solito? Sarebbe stato... Ah, armi. Ok. La collera di sua maestà. Aspetta che la faccio apposta. Vedo io la collera di sua maestà. Per adesso sia stata molta politica poco combattiva. Anyway.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after
Ma
all these
questa
years?
Della storia? Quella che devi andare a affrontare il boss.
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare.
Su una cosa. Ci sono un sacco di puzzle su sta isola e sono dei scatole.
The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
What happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Questo cambiamento.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Bobby. Signore. Sto pensando alla canzone del... si chiama proprio tronco lì? Ma così dicevo tronco.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
You over there? Non ho la minima idea. Stavo pensando chissà cosa è, ma non ho la minima idea.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child.
Più che altro sembra un po' attaccato.
But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Spero di sì, poi. Vediamo un attimo. Usiamo la vita elementare. Scusa, ma come fai a essere dentro?
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
Che ora prima che sto messo lui?
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
Non so quanto Paimon ha di anni, però.
Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
Se ci separiamo durante la guerra, aspettami al villaggio di Konda. E ci sarà una dimora sicura per noi.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
È stato ucciso in guerra, però. Non lo so. Good looking.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary.
Se noi ci tolgono il potere, diventiamo anche noi così, non troviamo più nostra sorella, eccetera.
Still,
Non lo so.
it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Ti senti triste per questo? Insomma, una domanda
No.
così.
Not especially.
Io pensavo di sì.
After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together.
Oh,
I barely recall any of it.
proprio schifo. La vita proprio schifo.
It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Quindi vuoi anche ancora partire?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
Chissà se un giorno.
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting
Speriamo
for
che
her?
riuscirai un giorno.
When I think about it like
Cosa
that,
sta parlando?
I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
Oh.
How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing.
Messo.
Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Ma se non c'è cosa più triste che perdere il motivo stesso per sentirsi così. Anche io sono. Beh, anche a me dispiace.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person.
Sì, sì.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
I'm lazy, and you know. I'm lazy, and you know. Non è proprio che fa così la canzone, però. Io mi ricordo. Vabbè, poi lo cerchiamo nella missione. I'm lazy, and you know.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything.
Sarei curioso se questi personaggi qua un giorno vi fanno un mega upgrade e li fanno diventare dei personaggi giocabili, ma non
He's keeping the
perché hanno
provisions
delle
for himself.
visioni,
I
no?
just know it.
Hanno i poteri.
We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man.
but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Oh no. Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say.
Arrivo subito. Mi serve il mio telefono, arrivo 2 secondi. Eccoci qua. Anche oggi ho qualcosa. Nel senso che adesso che sono di nuovo, ho una mia routine. Faccio le cose io. Faccio le commissioni di mattina. Che fai?
We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Va bene. Mi sento in colpa perché c'ho paura di rimanere fin troppo chiuso. Non è vero, perché mi faccio già le mie cose, me le faccio di mattina. E qui Kenny guerriero.
We really outdid ourselves this time.
Kenny.
All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from.
Ha tirato un lag.
Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
Boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson. Delve into destiny. Go on in. Stand clear.
Proprio stare tutti così.
Let me scry. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Fry. Ma basta il pupazzetto per farlo fuori, semplicemente.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Contaci tutto quello che sai su Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed
Invece che
ourselves for some
siamo passati
IOUs.
da nulla.
Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Dicevo, mi piace che siamo partiti da nulla, Mozart. Ci prendiamo come uno straniero, eccetera. Anche lui ci diceva, ma tu chi sei esattamente? Adesso che abbiamo fatto tutto per lui, eccetera, però di nuovo diciamo. Ma Niguan vuole fare quelli di Giada, la dimora di Giada e oscura le 7 nazioni, ma come faccio con un raid a arrivare lì e di cecchino?
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Maybe.
Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
I'm late. Penso che non so. Adesso devo poi devo fare poi delle cose anche. non oggi, ma penso che la prossima settimana sarà un po' pesante, adesso vediamo.
Don't worry.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
In effetti. Mi racconti cosa è successo?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me.
Alla visione.
So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember.
Sembra che le visioni... Sembra che le cose che hanno portato alle visioni, i ricordi che magari anche gli dei sanno che sono importanti per l'onore, per dare le visioni loro, sono...
All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands.
Samurai.
And said to me, with this sword, you should...
Hey! If you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
No.
In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Non è cosa da poco.
Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Chi che vuole entrare? Siete uno di voi, ragazzi? Certo sto facendo le missioni adesso. Non so. Non ho neanche più cose. Mitica tutti questi giorni bruciati, eccetera. Adesso finalmente
The
siamo
third
tanti.
person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive.
Impressive.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Sarà ragazza o ragazzo?
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Simogeneità mi fa ridere perché si vede molto che questo gioco è basato su cultura diversa. Se fosse già in Italia, una persona dice: ehi, cosa sta succedendo? Cosa vuoi da me? Cosa vuoi? Così in Italia.
I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
What?
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
Non me ne andrò finché non potrò chiamarsi. Possiamo aspettare.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
Okay.
Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Okay. Spero che non sia qualcosa di kinda creepy. I don't wanna assist something kind of weird.
teach.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes.
Non è che sta vendendo le persone che ha fatto
All the
fuori.
while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his
Pensavo
normal
che dovevo
self very
salire la
soon.
montagna, però sembra che c'è un sigillo.
Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Vado. Oh! Che ci fa?
Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Ok. Ma a me sembra cosa.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Acqua da caccia.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
Pensavo che mi incastravo, sinceramente. Ma perché... non so. Io sinceramente non avrei neanche il
Suspicious
coraggio.
person sighted! That's gotta be him!
Non avrei neanche il coraggio, sinceramente.
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
Di meno. C'è un canale YouTube che mi viene sempre consigliato che parla delle spade, samurai, eccetera.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister!
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai. Yes, that's me.
Perché sei scappato?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again.
Okay.
When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple.
E poi è arrivato.
Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world.
Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me.
Quindi non è che ha fatto proprio tra virgolette tutto da solo, nel senso che l'hanno buttato fuori però è rimasto tra virgolette nell'aria.
Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal. No matter.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Oh no, penso che sia una questione di onore.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Invidia allora. Pensavo che era una questione di non so merito.
Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me.
Pensavo che ce l'aveva con lui perché non dovrebbe interessare per niente anche.
Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword.
Poteva anche lasciare perdere di affrontare il suo sensei, così insegnava anche altre persone.
So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection.
Cioè la gente dice, ah sì, televisioni servono solo, ma servono anche ad aiutarti a
I decided to
perfezionare.
quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Ok. Per adesso ho sempre un sacco di parlare. Pochi scopi. Lo so che poi non aveva un mega puzzle che lo fa parlare.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty.
Quelli di vodka alto, in effetti su quelli di
And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yae has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Come si chiama? Già si chiama vabbè. Voglio di fare figure di M, non lo so, quelli di vodka.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo-shi's sweet art, will do our best to help you.
Vengo volentieri.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Così potremo distruggere. Cominciamo a sentire dice: oh no, fuck the, oh no. Everyone is gonna die for the. Scusate la scemenza. Ah, meno male che sono preso il teletrasporto. Scusate la mia scemenza. Ah, bello. Una mercante. Sto estraendo degli omikuji. Spero che la Shogun presto cambierà idea e abolirà il decreto. Ok. Ma ho già estratto omikuji diverse volte, ogni volta c'è scritto sventura, grande sventura, e me, che giornata terribile. Non posso più scarpare per lavoro, tutta la merce è bloccata qui. Il lavoro ristagna molto e persino il gran santuario non è in grado di aiutarmi. E sia perché la mia fortuna è stata influenzata dal fatto di aver assistito a quell'evento? No, non se ne parla, non posso rendermi ora. Non importa quante volte devo provarci, ti rompo una spiccio prima di andare. Una cosa è successa dopo l'emanazione del decreto delle visioni. Qualcuno fece il passo più lungo della gamba sfidando un duello di esecutori della commissione. Ovviamente questo giovane imprudente per sconfitto. Ah, quello che parla il ragazzo. Inizia. Arrivo. Pronto, siamo quelli di Amazon, ma va a fare. Siamo quelli di Amazon, come va? La visione persa dell'uomo venne rubata da un altro giovanotto che entrò in scena. Quella visione sarebbe dovuta diventare parte della statua e ora è nelle mani di uno sconosciuto. Che terribile presagio, ma figurati. Abbiamo pure chi è quello lì. Salve! Che bello! Silenzio perché...
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. She has a really striking presence.
Attenzione, eccola qua il personaggio che voglio io per sostituire Risa. Attenzione, l'abbiamo trovata. Spacco la schiena. Va bene, va benissimo. Ci sta tantissimo.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Perché è una cosa importante.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Paimon c'è.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai,
E finalmente l'abbiamo trovato.
Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Tra parentesi, nell'isola dovrebbe esserci anche Signora. Non so cosa cacchio combina Signora. Comunque.
Lady Ai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness.
C'è una ragione.
As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Ai, I'm not sure I understand.
Io ho capito.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world.
Sì, semplicemente si è tenuto tutto dentro.
It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Cosa ride?
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Onsai.
That's enough.
Oh, eccolo.
Huh? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days.
Addirittura, no.
I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Siamo riusciti a fare
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so
Ma
far.
quindi lui si ricorda l'unica cosa che è diventato mezzo male.
This is my promise, and I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Discepoli ringraziano il sacerdote.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Soluzione
Guess
migliore.
that sort of solves this one, huh?
È stato carino.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
Sanno chi siamo.
So,
Oh,
my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Bye, have a great time.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Vabbè.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
Vedremo.
We can come back to it another time.
Sono curioso
For
anche
now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Misato. Nani? Il bello è che sono tutte grosse le cose e poi c'è è Beato Tomo. Cioè un bel posto così tranquillo, lui è solo, serve solo, però insomma. Adesso entriamo, non è più dietro alla tendina, comincia a correre. Per favore!
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh?
Non c'è
Ayaka! Huh?
qualcuno si è preso. Arriva. Eccola. E questa teoricamente dovrebbe
Traveler,
essere la
Paimon.
seconda.
It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
Secondo la lore questa dovrebbe essere. Cioè, ovviamente ci sono due pareri, però questa dovrebbe essere la girlfriend del viaggiatore. Oniwa. Teoricamente. Però abbiamo tenuta in squadra.
I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
In realtà non abbiamo fatto. Il danno causato dalla perdita della visione non può essere annullato del tutto.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help
Tutto
them.
così giallo.
Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Ooh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Questa di amicizia accettata.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
Spero che un giorno possano essere di nuovo. Credo sia un destino peggiore della morte. Spero che un giorno sia di nuovo.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
Fine.
You will? Really?
Yeah. Devi mantenere la promessa.
Naturally.
Vabbè.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
Qui c'è una bei due che cerca di entrare, ma io sto facendo la storia.
Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Ok. Era fatto. Camisato Ayaka e Toma. No, scusate, Ayaka e Toma ti portano una sala.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
What?
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access.
Ah.
Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Okay.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
Chi è Shogun? Com'è Shogun Raiden? Tipo di divinità?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity. Acting a...
No, scusa. Nessun altro lotta contro le visioni hai mai sollevato un'obiezione al decreto delle visioni? Questo lo sappiamo, ha detto di sì. Nessuno dalla lotta.
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever.
Vabbè, certo.
After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others.
Beh, però così anche gli altri non possono ottenere.
Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
Okay.
To say a little more about Sango no Miya,
una guerra civile, l'ho detto.
there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Has levato obiezioni?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, Each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Che signora che c'è qualcosa dietro.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Okay, ask away.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Deve essere dove è andato Venti.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Ok. Per ora una persona totalmente normale. Tra virgolette. Ovviamente mi aspettavo qualcuno più della serie, non dico Beiduna, proprietario della sala. Au! Che bel cagnolino che sei. Guarda. Che carino. Io poi ce la troviamo davanti ai nostri occhi, sta sciagurata e ci dice oh my gosh! Ciao Tom. A parte sono contento che ho sbloccato Tom. Mi è molto simpatico. What's happening? What's happening? What is...
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Le visioni che regalano a tutti, scusa. Siamo stati al torneo di Bay 2 e c'era colui che diceva che la forza tutti sti anni era sempre voluta ma non era stata data la visione. Regalano a destra e a sinistra.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
Se ci mettiamo contro le guardie...
Hey, wait!
Wait!
Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way.
Ah, quella dell'arco. Abbiamo provato l'altra volta.
What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Okay.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision!
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
Ah.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction that we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know?
Simpatica,
Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Abbiamo mai comprati lui qua.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me.
My God.
As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
Andando a aiutare.
You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Ma questo vuol dire che...
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
Che bello, amici. Abbiamo... No, non ci abbiamo da un po' curioso. Quindi più o meno qua ogni posto c'ha un... ci sta. Come dicevo prima. No, vabbè, però aspetta. Ma qua c'è Detective Conan. No, qua siamo sempre al solito. Detective Conan. Che stai facendo? Sto compilando un manuale sulla cultura di Inazuma. Ormai comincio ad avere i miei anni, ma spero di poter dare ancora qualche contributo. Dal tuo aspetto direi che non sei di queste parti. Una chest forse nell'acqua. Forse non sai, ma Inazuma vanta una lunga storia di cultura serica. Peccato che i giovani d'oggi non conoscano molte le storie di questa terra antica. Quindi non conoscono nemmeno il nome ufficiale del nostro onnipotente arco diretto. È una tendenza preoccupante. Cosa ne sarà di Inazuma fra qualche decennio, quando gli anziani come me non ci sanno? Ti chiama Shogun Raiders? Ah, è proprio qui che ti sbagli. È una sorta di soprannome. Tuttavia suppongo che fosse un quesito troppo difficile per uno straniero. Pathetic. È letteralmente detto pathetic. Mica qualcosa si risponde bene. I giovani desiderano imparare mentre... Ok. Che scene. Beh, c'è una cosa dietro. A me sembra proprio una cesta. Esatto.
We could do with some more fortune.
Ah, abbiamo trovato un sigillo d'eletro, ma è giusta questa? No, è sbagliato. Infatti dicevo, ma perché cacchio devo parlare con quello lì? I'm lazy. And you know it. I'm lazy and you know it. Di qua. Fermi, questa è la stazione della polizia. E vedi uscire con la Lamborghini adesso. Quindi soldi. FBI, opera! Ah, finalmente un po' di combattimento. Samurai Jack, ci abbiamo anche. Buono, dai. Quando ci darà che ci saremo tutti contenti.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Hey, you, let me out.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance.
Okay.
I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
Cosa fai, saltare in aria?
You sure? Alright then. Just be careful not to get caught.
Yes, you too.
Ti fa saltare in aria adesso. Che musica. Non dobbiamo farci vedere, giusto? E come facciamo a non farci vedere? Fammi vedere se dice qualcosa. Provare sugli altri desideri, sei riuscito a guadagnare. Fiducia. E ora sì. Già visto. No.
Delve into death. Let's light it up. Absorption test. Animo test 6308.
Stavo dicendo. Allora. Cosa siamo ricercati? Di Naruto. Siamo più ricercati di Naruto.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got!
Leave my space. Teamwork is dreamwork. Decided by destiny. Enhanced animal module 70. You're toast! Boba, get them! Shadows of fate! Yeah!
Stia tranquillo. Infatti i nemici sono i livello 69 anche qua. Pensavo invece di no. Pensavo che erano 80. Allora possiamo anche discendere, non subito. Quando abbiamo finito queste missioni qua cambiamo team e poi discendiamo a livello 6.
Who goes there? Let me scry. Scry can into the... Stand clear.
Oh.
Animal test 6308.
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Vabbè.
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Andiamo a vedere. Fatto.
I'm going in! Fate is upon you. Boba, get them! Animal hypostasis emulation. Don't break my glass. Stand clear.
E due morti. Sì. Quindi ci sono quelle robe lì che possono aumentare la potenza del reactor.
Brace yourself. Into death. Animal test 6308. Show me what you got. Yeah. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork. Shadows of fate. Stand clear. Get them. Enhanced animal module 75.
Gioco. Cioè, il mio computer si è diverso. Non molto.
Animal test 6308.
Non molto.
I'm going in.
Così c'è una voce tipo mega boss, sono semplicemente delle persone. Cioè si sono messi la mascherina prima di entrare. Questo è altissimo. No, ma non la mascherina che pensate voi. La maschera quella lì. In effetti hanno la maschera. Sì, vabbè, ma cosa c'ha? Un cambio di tono di voce? Cioè, ti cambia il tono di voce la maschera? Cioè, sono io che sono ah, ce l'ho accesa. Sure.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Guardate che non la vedo. Ah, ci ha provato. Le trappole qua non mi capisco, quelli che giocano. Non quelli che giocano, quelli che fanno la guardia. Sì, ma... No! È di nuovo dimenticato della trappola. Che scena.
Brace yourself.
Let me scry. Stand clear. Swirl, Mark 2. You're toast. Teamwork is dreamwork. Absorption test.
So questi qua non cadono, non sono colpati.
Stand clear.
Don't hold
Fate
back.
is upon you.
Io vorrei toccare in effetti se lo avresti non ti dare che è caduto il qualcos'altro. Fare attenzione perché magari queste le perde. Tutto penso che se saliamo di livello dovremmo diminuire il livello di 1 perché secondo me siamo già a livello 6.
Shadows of fate. Get out of here! Out of the way!
No, ma dai, è sopravvissuto, che scemenza. Proprio una scemenza. Ah, devo proprio buttarmi in piedi. Io ho ancora 45 minuti per mettermi
Get out of here! Out of the way! Why do they never miss?
domani la sera rosa. Io non devo alzarmi anche qui. No,
Let me scry.
aspetta, seriamente. No. Stavo facendo il ragionamento poi quella roba si è attivata ho detto
Animal test real. Loba, get them.
devo dire sì. Sabato intanto è la sera rosa perché allora non ci vediamo neanche ci vediamo pomeriggio poi domenica non ci vediamo la mattina.
Delve into destiny.
Però stavo veramente pensando di rompere della domenica perché non so se ce la faccio. Apri la porta. Non so se ce la faccio. Cioè sono anche una persona. Strano. No, non so se quella tappettino lì mi ispirava un po'. Qua c'è dei nemici così. Qui c'è. Oh, non lo so neanche io, il fatto è che sarebbe una cosa un po' stupida. Lascia stare. Però non posso sempre stare lì. Non posso sempre stare lì a lavorare. E quello è il fatto.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there.
Per quanto vorrei sempre lavorare. Mi è stato detto di lasciare un po' perdere, che stai esagerando.
That must be Master Masakatsu.
E in effetti ci ho pensato un pochettino anch'io. Esagerando. Sto un po' esagerando.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
My God.
No!
C'è. Ah no, è il pavimento, dicevo.
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
Per assicurarci che verranno via.
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Oh my god.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Oh!
Ah, ma'am.
Chi sarebbe? Ah, quella lì che abbiamo provato.
We were
due
just
banni
teaching
fa.
him a little lesson, that's all.
2 banni fa.
Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Anche lei esercita del reto.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Poi fa ridere perché lei è la prima che fa le torture a quelli che hanno visione.
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that?
Oh.
Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Cioè? Per saltare in aria. Ecco, infatti. Cosa bello.
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Sapevamo di poter contare su te.
I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Ok.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Inizio a pensare che non si tratta solo di una distrazione. Beh, quelle guardie hanno avuto ciò che meritava. Immagino che non sia così.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Yeah. Adesso arriva quella lì. Dobbiamo affrontare.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on, we've got no time to lose. They could be back any minute.
Eccolo. Là.
Oh.
Sempre stato qui a guardarci.
Yes, leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me.
What?
He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember. Once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Proteggeremo il maestro.
Leave this place.
Sembra che abbiamo una meta vera. Se torni indietro cosa la vedi? E mezzo. Io cosa succede? Puoi aprire la porta? No, volevo vedere se era ancora lì. Va bene. Andiamo. Inizio che oggi abbiamo fatto un sacco di progressi. Mi è piaciuto. Peccato che... non so adesso poi.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Vedremo se un giorno lo posso chiamare ragazze delle visioni come su Genshin. Allora ragazze di andare con voi ragazzi e fare gli stream con voi.
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Okay.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu.
Lo dice in un modo, no? In italiano una parola.
Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Questa volta la fortuna è dalla nostra parte. Grazie a quella persona, I guess.
Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him?
Non lo so.
It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Ok. Devo andare sulla collina? No. Ok. Dove ci porterà sta missione? Non male che c'è muore. Devo poi guardare una cosa perché il mio telefono sta andando in onda. Anzi, scusate un secondo, lo faccio... no, lo faccio tutto. Che vita.
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question.
Quindi?
In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape.
Tu sei so.
If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler.
Yoimiya?
You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Yoimiya, ragazzi. Grazie per il complimento.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
Okay.
There's no need to rush, my lady. things seem to have taken a turn for the better at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts.
Awesome.
And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order.
Ciccio.
Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
Okay.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we choose?
Antidirone sarebbe antidirone. Faremo una squadra temeraria e rimaniamo sui classici. Io rimarrei sui.
Let's see what we've got here. Fresh fish fillets, shrimp, bamboo shoots.
Ok, cose che non avrei mai pensato.
Nice! You can't go wrong
Però
with these.
ingredienti, fiori di mosa non sono. Non mi ricordo, forse Giochi EN che non mi ricordo. E per i tei. Tutti si godano,
Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen. Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
Aiuto, devo andare al bagno.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
Okay.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down. I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Avresti potuto sbagliare di proposito che sarebbe stato il turno di qualcun altro. Che faccia! Che faccia!
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the god of hot pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around.
Sono contento, almeno facciamo altro che distruggere mostri.
I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it.
Penso che quella sia la tua pancia.
So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Oh, brother.
Ah,
detto
good effort,
brother,
team.
posso dire
Another
mamma.
important job taken care of.
Vabbè,
Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Un altro lavoro importante è stato completato. Adesso possiamo prossimo punto dell'agenzia un po' di sangue.
Yes. If the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Okay.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
Che strano. Speravo che Ayaka aveva un altro. E tutto è tutto tranquillo. Appunto preferivo sbloccare l'altra, ragazzi. Non so. Esci dalla sala. Ti hanno sbattuto fuori. Esci. Così adesso ci chiama quella lì del monastero. Ho ancora mezz'ora di qualcosa. Grazie, forse.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Un po' di missioni secondarie.
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Oh,
Huh? Ayaka?
what is happening?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance.
Vabbè.
But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Okay.
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to.
Allora darci i dettagli.
A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult for me to ignore.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Sei sicura di non aver mai sentito quel nome? Neanche una volta?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and I are familiar with the vast majority of their acquaintances. So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them.
Cos'è che?
According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with a lot of personality, who liked to have fun.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to do?
Find it.
Do you need us to find her for you?
Find it, scusa.
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. I wanted you to assist me with the preparation of greeting gifts. Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence.
Okay.
The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and on a more selfish note, I don't wish to involve anybody else from Inazuma in this matter.
Preferisci affidarti.
Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not feel comfortable with anyone else in this situation.
Okay.
You can count on us. We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment, just treat us to some delicious food and we'll be more than happy.
Questa spezza si mangia.
Wonderful. In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around, if you don't mind, of course.
Okay.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all. Do we?
No.
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Va bene.
Alright, sounds great.
Quindi in teoria, tra virgolette, il gioco ci sta dicendo, se vuoi queste missioni qua, puoi anche non farle più. Nel senso che sei arrivato a fare quello che dovevi fare. Adesso puoi farti le missioni che vuoi. La missione che dico lì per arrivare alla cosa l'avevo sbloccata. Questa. Visto che ho mezz'ora me lo guardo. Nel senso che ci sta a aiutare la ragazza eccetera. Non so neanche. E non sono scappato da qualche parte. Da nessuno. Dove lo compro? No, questo è un'altra cosa. Che lavoro su YouTube. Sono curioso se ho salvato quella questa che sono. Diciamo quella perché ci starebbe come partire così. Non mi sbaglio. Facciamo le quest. Poi facciamo le prime gemme per sconfiggere lui e continuiamo così a manere. Sarebbe male. O no? Per l'esclamare. Sarà questo. Perdona. È arrivata la pubblicità. Adesso che giochiamo Genshin c'è sempre la pubblicità di Genshin. Sto puzzle qua ci sarà da ridere. Che sinceramente... Sto in contact tutti i roleplay di ieri, Cuba. Però non c'entra niente, non ti diceva questo, dove si attiva. Però sembra World Quest. I Red Street, come si chiama il gioco? Red Jump Street Appartus stanno streamando in questo momento. Sono dei musicisti, la cosa più bella è che quello che canta piacciono i videogiochi, quindi gioca Modern Warfare, Mario Kart. Fa un cantante famosissimo. Era famosissimo, comunque in Italia non so se qualcuno lo ricorda. Scusate se metto la voce. Ah! Ok, vediamo se riusciamo a farlo. E ci sono 3 quest, la terza quest ci dà la possibilità. Quindi, tanto possiamo prendere una pausa. Eccola qua. Viaggiatore, avrei un favore da chiederti. Guardate la statua. Al suo interno c'è un amuleto che può essere rimosso solo chi ha coraggio. Grazie all'amicizia e al favore del favore. Usa il potere diretto nella statua celeste. Potremmo prendere il Traveler eletto. Mi ha messo il potere vento.
Come a little closer.
Tieni la moletta. Aspetta che il mouse. Sei prescelto. Dovrebbe essere senza problema. Perdonate la mia maledizione. Mi chiamo Anaki Usato, sono una sacerdotessa. Ma mi sembrava. Le sacerdotesse di solito indossano delle maschere, dice Pan. Ho i miei motivi per farlo. Il villaggio di fronte si chiama Con. Al suo interno c'è una barriera che deve essere rimossa. Questa barriera è nascosta dentro un certo segreto. Vorrei affidarvi la piccola indagine. Per una ricompensa? Un'indagine. Saranno... si vorrà un po' di tempo per tagliare le dita. Ma sono sicuro che alla fine vive... Sembra un bel grattacapo. Una ricompensa? Ma certo. Chi cerca riceverà la giusta ricompensa in proporzione alla propria saggezza e al proprio lavoro. Lei diceva sempre così, quindi no, non dovete. Lei? Quanto su di te? Quindi dobbiamo indagare, vediamo se questo, come si chiama? Questo. A Strange Story in Conda, perfetto. Esattamente quello. Devo solo cambiarmi personaggi, perché se mi vedono quelli lì o qualsiasi altra stupidaggine. Mi piace veramente sto posto, è da un po' che non sento le vibe di Mosdat, nel senso che Mosdat aveva veramente, non so come spiegarlo, potere su di me personalmente che mi faceva pensare di essere a casa, come quando entro a Whiterun su Sky o Whiterun la capitale dell'impero. Il naso di palmo migliore di un cane. Ben fatto. Dovrebbe sembrare molto tranquillo, ma palmo ne è sicuro. Che ci sia qualcosa di strano, davvero, ci sono dei segreti. Ha detto anche la signora. Signorina. Comunque parliamo della gente del posto. Per capire qualcosa. C'è la ragazza, la signora che dobbiamo fare. Qua dietro. Qui c'era lì dietro, ecco. Salve Kai. Hai notato qualcosa di diverso? La cosa strana è che non abbiamo avuto niente di giuro da tanto tempo. Il mio vecchio marito ha persino affissato un avviso, il mio vecchio, Verso Inazuma. Giru era il solito frequentare giovani gangster. ragazzi, è successo un inconveniente. Quindi scusate. Qua schippiamo un po'. Inusuale, commercianti di varie nazioni. Entrare ai piedi della montagna. Pozzo è sempre asciutto. Madonna fantasma. Cioè dove sono mocciosi che causano problemi. Ok. Dobbiamo andare all'interno del pozzo asciutto. No, dobbiamo andare vicino al pozzo asciutto. Ok. Ragazzi, aspettiamo un attimo che qua finisce. Allora ragazzi, io vi mollo qua. Non so se dopo ci sarò, ma adesso vado. Ok. Grazie. Mi visto anche oggi. E boh. Vediamo quando ci vediamo. Non so se dopo ci vediamo. Vabbè. Mi prendo solo la posta. Questo è mio. Questo non c'entra niente. È vero, nessuno dei due ha funzionato. Beh. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao. Un proseguimento.